Hi Capricorn, welcome to your season. Thank you so much for joining. If you would be interested in booking a reading, head over to the website Rubyreadstarot.com. Let's read for January. So, you're currently with Venus in retrograde and Saturn was squaring Uranus during December. There would have been a lot of concerns in regards to money and the dependability of your income source. I think as well as what you deem to be lucrative and moving forward, if you are happy to continue on the path that you have been on, and I think you have been quite diligently on this path. I think come January, Capricorn, you're going to want to change trajectory just because all of this sun energy is kind of gonna make you really contemplate where you're at with certain things and if in fact you really want to be there still. I think a change in direction is always a really good idea. Capricorn, I think with Venus going into retrograde, a lot of difficult conversations about stability and the trustworthiness of certain promises, convictions, it's gonna be tested, and it's really good because I think this retrograde really kind of clears out what's actually stable and what's really not. And as this cardinal earth sign, it's really important for you to know where things are going because you thrive on that direction. There is this need for you in this season to not only get things done, but you've got to be really careful you're not undermining everybody else's ability to do things. You're super hardworking, you're very dependable, and that reliability, that level of reliability makes you so lucrative in whatever you choose to do. Capricorn, I feel like this birthday month, and happy birthday to you, there's a lot of horizons that you're crossing. You are at this new place of abundance. There's this broad expanse to this season for you. And I think you'll find that there is a lot that you want to communicate, a lot that you want to say. And there is this real potential to actually find what's really for you, who's really for you, what you really want to do in terms of job and work, etc. So for this month, I'll be reading with the Waite, Psychic Tarot John Holland, and the Chakra Wisdom by Tori Hartman. I'll put those on standby for now, and I'll just read with these for now. Capricorn, so I was running this promotion for the winter solstice, but I think I might do it up until January the 1st. It's an additional 15 minutes to any service that's booked between now and January the 1st. So if you are looking to book a reading now, it'd absolutely be the time to do it. Happy winter solstice, by the way, and take a deep breath in for me, and let's go. Let's get the energies for Capricorn for the month of January. Capricorn season. Beautiful. Capricorn, I have the Fool. I have the Empress. And I have the Queen of Cups. Capricorn, I think that the sun going into your sign kind of means a break free from anything that I think had you fixed. You're really quite happy with where you're at right now, and I think this month is quite an emotional opening for the possibilities of all the new things that you know that you wish for in 2020. You've been working hard on your mindset, on your abundance, and I think love is really on your mind, and I don't think for a second that you'll have any blocks in your way. Not this time. I feel like there's this new determination, there's this new shift, there's this new perspective Taurus energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra energy. Taurus energy is really strong. You kind of have this break, this period moment where you can really surrender a lot of what you knew, your past life, and kind of set off with this new identity about you, because I feel like spiritually speaking, you finally come to this place now. You're ready. I think there's a lot to do with marriage here. I think there's a lot to do with being really emotionally content with the fact that you are breaking free from, you know, just when the cycle's done, it's done, you know? And I feel like you really feel that right now. The Nine of Wands. I would really say don't begrudge the things that are kind of like your responsibilities, you know, the things that the insurances and the memberships and all of that kind of fun stuff. Don't begrudge yourself that right now. If anything, I think it's not about pulling back the resources. I think it's more so about getting really aligned. It's about freedom. The Five of Swords and the Four of Pentacles. It's about just breaking free from whatever has been so rigid and so small and so fixed and just keeping you in a really stuck place. Like, I think you're done, and that kind of sets you free in its own way. There's this liberation where you know you can change, you can break for change, and you can take a lot away with you from it. Capricorn, I think that you really want to be in a vibration of love and commitment, and I think that January is a really good time for it. I think there might be a little bit of a need for reconciliation. There might be a little bit of a need, a nostalgic moment where you're sort of going back in history, and I would say don't stay there too long. It's about going where you feel free, you know, not going back to what felt good then. I think you really feel good now, and I really wouldn't be surprised if you find someone that is nourishing a lot of your heart space, because I do think that you don't want to be carrying these burdens, and you don't want to be feeling fixed, and you are very aware of this new beginning. Suffering in silence and discontent and boredom. And so if you've been feeling discontent and bored and suffering in silence about certain matters that you think, I truly believe you have naturally come to the end of the story with, it's kind of about breaking free spiritually, at least, heading towards some sort of abundant stability, especially when it comes to matters of the heart. Breaking free and at least moving on from a place where you know the discontent or the boredom just kind of grew a life of its own. And so I guess the sun going into your sign is about being confident in asserting what you know feels good and abundant to you, as opposed to having to battle out and use all this exerted energy, and it's just keeping you limited, and instead of having to enjoy the things that you have, it's almost becoming a prisoner to them. And that's where I think the discontent and boredom has kind of turned into an element of suffering in silence, when really it might even be about this is time for ventures new, and it's about bravely taking risks and knowing that you might have to be a little bit, this isn't even from this deck, but the fact that this card is here, I'm going to have to take it, impartiality. It might not be a time about fixing where exactly you need to go, as long as you know you need to go, and as long as you have an aim to try and get to the best of where you need to be, considering the fact that this time these decisions really need to be made from the heart. And being really not fussed about like, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Partnerships and alliances and crown chakra and the waiting game. I do feel like the wait has led to a lot of boredom, and I do think that you kind of want to activate certain partnerships right now because, I mean, it's a distraction. Why not? And I feel like you've done a lot of healing and you've done a lot of time recovering, and it kind of, when does that all kind of go back on itself if it's counterproductive, if it's not, progressed on from? Let's get some messages for Capricorn for January 2021. I feel like there's this need for fanfare. There's this need for like, oh, it's Capricorn season. It's Capricorn's birthday. Capricorn. You don't move like coats don't move alone. You move with your family. You move with your clique. You move with your crowd. And I just think Capricorn season is going to be about partnerships and alliances. It's going to be about the cliques. It's going to be about having to kind of trickery card there. Watch out for things that you might be falling into because I've got the guilt and victim card here. Don't be feeling guilty for setting yourself free, and you're absolutely not a victim now. You know what I mean? Like it's beyond. It's about moving beyond the trickery and the victim mentality, and seeing where your guilt might had you stuck in places that you should have left a long time ago. Abundance is on the other side of this new beginning. The abundance is on the other side of you surrendering, like finally drawing a line under something and knowing that it is really time to wholeheartedly move forward. Capricorn, I think that's all I have for you. Happy birthday. If you would like to book a reading, remember you've got 15 minutes free if you book before the 1st of January. Rubyreadstarot.com. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your mates. Leave me a comment. I love you. Take it easy.